Hello, everyone. I want to explain to you tonight why Jorns and Associates is the option for ERC tax credits. First of all, check this out here, if you would. This is, I've been recognized as a ERC certification specialist here. So anyway, enough about that. Anyway, so why is Jorns and Associates recognized as an ERC filing specialist? Well, let's just take a look at that. There are other options. If you're looking at this, you may realize there are other options. Some are okay, but none of them really can compare to Jorns in this regard, Jorns and Associates. If somebody's like, well, I'll let my accountant handle it, or somebody else is supposedly less expensive, well, they probably really aren't. In the long run, they'll cost you more. So in this particular case, these are questions you need to ask or find out. For example, how much money per employee does this other outfit average in credits for your clients? I saw recently only one getting only around $5,000 per employee. Just as a matter of record, on average, Jorns and Associates gets right at $21,000 per employee. How much experience does someone else have with filing ERC, and do they have enough an experienced staff with ERC to do all the necessary legwork? Jorns has a staff of over 200 professionals, CPAs, tax attorneys, ex-IRS agents to properly file the ERC tax credit. If you're considering someone else, do they have the proprietary software to search through all the over 12,000 different edicts and government regulations that may either affect them or someone they do business with, a more than nominal portion of their business? In other words, would that qualify them under the partial shutdown? Because Jorns and Associates has this software, they would be able to greatly increase the refund back to their client because they're able to search through all these different 12,000 edicts. This is a biggie, because you can't double dip and use the same exact wages for ERC as you use for the PPP loan. The most that were forgiven, most accounts won't touch the period of wages used in qualifying for the PPP. For example, this is one example, not the only one, but they may have used a date of May 1st, 2020, October 31st, 2020 as wage dates for the PPP. Now, what particular employees and whatever they used in there, don't know. So what the typical accountant will do is take wage date of employees before May 1st and after May 31st in this particular example to avoid any double dipping. Of course, that's not permitted. Of the employee wages used for forgiven PPP loan and ERC. Jorns and Associates, through their proprietary software, is able to also use employee wages in between these dates because they're able to go in there like with a scalpel and extract the particular wages that weren't used as part of the PPP. In this case, it can greatly increase the refundable credit to the client by 20% or more. Right now, for example, Congress is considering the ERC Reinstatement Act. If it passes, Jorns will automatically file that fourth quarter of 2021 for any of their clients. And that can be worth up to $7,000 per employee for the quarter. You got to ask yourself, is somebody else already going to do that? very likely they may not notify you of that. Does the accountant or another business have the resource to prepare, in many cases, many hundreds of pages of justification, which is required to back up the filing, which Jorns does. Jorns has many examples where they've used in the hundreds of pages, even in the thousands, over 1,000 pages of justification to support exactly why that particular client qualified. And they'll reference, because of paragraph 2A of, IRS guidance, PDF document and so forth. Does the accountant provide complete audit support at no charge for up to 5 years, like Jorns and Associates does? Many of them just, they file, and if you need help 3 years later, you're not able to find it, kind of on your own. You're not on your own with Jorns and Associates. Does the accountant provide $1 million in E&O insurance, error and overage insurance per client, like Jorns and Associates does? Does your client have a 99% success rate of clients getting money back when they file, like Jorns and Associates does? Is the preparation of the ERC filing overseen by CPAs, tax attorneys, and ex-IRS accountants to assure proper filing, like Jorns and Associates does? They have CPAs, tax attorneys, and ex-IRS agents on the staff to thoroughly prepare your ERC tax filing. Jorns and Associates performs all work in-house. They don't farm it out to a third party like someone else might, very likely might. And by doing this, they're able to ensure the quality control of the filing. If you're farming out, I'm an ex-quality engineer, and I can tell you, if you got other parties, doing part of the work, you can't really properly, totally assure the quality of the filing. So this is a big thing. So anyway, this is just a number of areas where Jorns and Associates stand out in terms of here. The webpage, which goes to a video you can watch, find out more about the ERC tax filings and how we can help you in that regard. God bless.